Have you ever noticed something strange about mornings? At night, your plans feel powerful. You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. You imagine waking up early, feeling fresh, calm, and focused. You imagine a quiet room, a clear mind, and a strong start to the day. But when morning finally arrives, everything changes. The alarm rings. Your body feels heavy. Your mind starts making excuses, and before you know it, you are lying in bed, half asleep, telling yourself, just a little more time. Then a little more time becomes a late morning, and a late morning often becomes a rushed day. If this happens to you, do not worry. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You simply have not trained your mornings yet. And that is good news. Because anything that can be trained can also be improved. Welcome to English Learning Booster, where you improve your English through simple, meaningful lessons for real life. Today, we are talking about a powerful life skill, how to wake up early and take control of your morning. Listen carefully, enjoy the story-like flow, and if you want, repeat some lines after me to build your fluency. Now, let us begin. Waking up early is not really about the morning alone. That is, the first thing you must understand. Many people think the problem starts when the alarm rings, but in most cases, the real problem starts much earlier. It starts with the way the evening is spent. If you fill your night with endless scrolling, random videos, bright screens, late meals, and no clear bedtime, then your morning will usually feel weak. Your body does not suddenly become fresh just because you want a better life. It responds to habits, not wishes. This is why some people keep blaming themselves every morning, while the real answer is quietly waiting in the night before. So if you want to wake up early, stop asking only, "What should I do in the morning?" Also ask, "What should I stop doing at night?" That question can change your routine. A peaceful morning often begins with a respectful evening. That means choosing a sleeping time and treating it seriously. Not perfectly, but seriously. You do not need to sleep at the exact same minute every night like a machine, but your body needs rhythm. When your sleep time moves everywhere, your energy also moves everywhere. And then waking up early feels like punishment. Start with something simple. Choose a bedtime that gives you enough rest. Then protect the last 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. That last part of the night matters more than many people realize. Instead of feeding your mind noise, begin slowing it down. Turn off extra stimulation. Reduce screen time. Prepare tomorrow's clothes. Keep a bottle of water ready. Write the 3 most important things you want to do the next day. These small actions send a message to your brain. The day is closing and rest is coming. And when rest becomes deeper, mornings become lighter. Now here is another truth. People do not wake up early just because they admire the idea of early rising. They wake up early when the morning gives them something valuable. In other words, you need a reason, a real reason. A personal reason. A reason that matters to you when the bed still feels warm. Maybe you want quiet time before your children wake up. Maybe you want to read. Maybe you want to study English without interruption. Maybe you want to pray, walk, stretch, journal, or work on a dream that keeps getting pushed to later. Whatever the reason is, it must feel alive. Because when your morning has purpose, getting up becomes easier. Not easy every day, but easier. Without purpose, the bed wins. With purpose, you have something to move toward. So let me ask you something. What would make waking up early worth it for you? Would it be peace? Would it be focus? Would it be progress? Think about your answer. And if you want, you can even turn that answer into a sentence. I wake up early because I want to become the kind of person who... That sentence is powerful because it connects your habit to your identity. and identity matters. If you keep saying, "I am just not a morning person," your mind will try to prove that sentence true. But if you start saying, "I am learning to become someone who starts the day with intention," your behavior slowly begins to follow. Words shape action more than people think. Now, let us talk about what happens when the alarm rings. This is the moment where many people lose, not because they are weak, but because they start a conversation with their comfort. The alarm rings, and the mind says, "You slept late. You deserve more rest. You can begin tomorrow. The weather is cold. Today is not the right day." And once that conversation begins, the bed becomes more powerful. So here is a better rule. When the alarm rings, move before your excuses become louder. Do not stay there trying to feel motivated. Do not wait for inspiration. Do not ask your sleepy mind to make a wise decision. Just move. Sit up. Put your feet on the floor. Stand up. Walk to the alarm. Open the curtain. Drink some water. The goal is not to feel amazing in the first 10 seconds. The goal is to break the spell of the bed. This is why environment matters. If your phone and alarm are next to your pillow, then sleep has an easy victory. If your alarm is far away, then your body must get involved. And once your body is involved, waking up becomes more real. You should also make your first morning action very easy. Not big, not dramatic, easy. For example, do not tell yourself, "Tomorrow I will wake up at 5 and completely change my life." That sounds exciting, but it often fails. Tell yourself something smaller and stronger. "When I wake up, I will wash my face. When I wake up, I will drink water. When I wake up, I will sit in silence for 2 minutes. When I wake up, I will read 1 page." Why does this work? Because small actions remove fear, and repeated small actions build trust. Many people are waiting to become disciplined before they begin, but discipline usually grows after beginning, not before. So make the first step simple enough that your future self cannot easily reject it. Now, let us focus on the first hour of the day. This hour is like the opening page of a book. It creates direction. It creates tone. It influences what comes next. If the first hour is full of panic, noise, and screens, then your mind becomes crowded early. But if the first hour is calm, intentional, and clean, then your whole day feels more guided. You do not need a fancy routine. You do not need to copy somebody else's perfect life online. You only need a routine that supports your mind. A good morning routine can be very simple. Wake up, make your bed, wash your face, drink water, open a window, take a few deep breaths, stretch your body, read something useful, write 1 goal for the day. That is already a powerful beginning. And here is a very important reminder. Do not give your phone the first conversation of your day. If the first thing you see every morning is messages, reels, news, and notifications, then your attention belongs to the world before it belongs to you. Protect your attention. Attention is one of the most valuable things you have, and mornings are the best time to use it well. Let me pause here and ask you another question. What is the first thing you usually do after waking up? Is it checking your phone? Is it turning off the alarm and sleeping again? Or do you already have a helpful habit? That answer can reveal a lot. Now, there is one more mistake many people make. They try to change everything in one day. They sleep late for months. Then suddenly they decide they will wake up 2 hours earlier, exercise, read, meditate, journal, and become a new person by tomorrow morning. That is too much pressure. Real change is usually quieter than that. It often starts with one small promise kept again and again. Maybe this week, your only goal is to wake up 15 minutes earlier. Maybe your only goal is to stop using your phone in bed at night. Maybe your only goal is to avoid the snooze button 3 days in a row. That is not small progress. That is real progress. Because success is not created only by intensity. It is created by consistency. And consistency is easier when your habit is realistic. Some mornings will still feel difficult. That is normal. Some nights will go badly. That is also normal. Do not turn one bad day into a negative identity. A difficult morning does not mean you have failed. It simply means you are still learning. Be firm, but be patient. You are not trying to become perfect. You are trying to become reliable. Reliable to your goals. Reliable to your promises. Reliable to the future you keep talking about. And every time you wake up with intention, even if the morning is not perfect, you are telling yourself something important. I can lead my life. I do not have to live by accident. I can begin again. That message is powerful. Now let us come to the heart of the lesson. Waking up early is not only about having more hours, it is about having better ownership of your life. When you begin the day with calm energy, your decisions improve, your focus improves, your self-respect improves. You feel less like you are chasing the day and more like you are guiding it. And over time, that changes more than your mornings. It changes the way you see yourself. So tonight, do not promise yourself a perfect future. Promise yourself one honest step. Sleep a little earlier. Put the alarm away from the bed. Decide your first morning action. Choose one reason to wake up. And when morning comes, move. Not because it is always easy, but because your life deserves a stronger beginning. And now, I want to hear from you. What is the biggest reason you struggle to wake up early? Write it in the comments. And also, tell me this. If you started waking up earlier, what would you do with that extra quiet time? If this lesson helped you practice English and think more deeply about your life, please like the video. Subscribe to English Learning Booster for more graded reader lessons, simple English practice, and powerful topics for daily life. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember this. A better morning does not begin when you feel ready. It begins when you choose to begin. See you in the next lesson.